Sorry, I'm really bad at allergies. Don't wait for them on the dot. You're not gonna see them for at least 2 weeks. I'm kidding, you're never gonna see them again. Of course, you've never seen them before, and you're doing alright. Well, my name is Jingle. My name is Skipper John. I'll be your host for as far as we get. We're now entering the Amazon rainforest. Here in the Amazon rainforest, going up to 365 days a year. By my calculations, that is almost every other day. Now, if you look off to either side, you're going to see some of our humbugs. And if you listen really closely, you might hear their calls. Come up on our left-hand side, you're about to see the beautiful Inspiration Falls. And people often ask me, Skipper John, why do they call it Inspiration Falls? Well, they call it that because if you stare at it for long enough, it's supposed to inspire you to go deeper and deeper into the jungle. Everyone say, ooh. Everyone say, ah. Now, that is an inspiration if I've ever heard it. We're now not only changing rivers, but we're changing continents. We're now on the Congo River, the deepest, darkest part of Africa. Now to find out just how far those cons go. That isn't happening when they're closed for this trip, but don't worry, I checked the forecast and there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time. Now, if you ever wanted to see the Jungle Book, I have good news. It's over there. Well, the head is a festive holiday party. All my friends told me they were going to be here, but looks like everyone must have dashed away. I dashed when you go shopping or something. I'm not really sure, but I think I know what someone's getting for Christmas this year. It's an old tree. You can tell. It's all wrapped up with a boa on top. Now, that was supposed to be 2 partridges and a pair of trees. We'll take what we get around here. And we're going to swing by my base camp for some supplies. Oh, no. Looks like those gorillas have broken in and opened up all my Christmas presents early, but that's all right. I was having some trouble getting that Jeep started. Looks like they got it to turn over. They made a Christmas tree entirely out of shotgun shells. Must have got a real thing out of that experience. We're now turning on to the Nile River, which is the longest river in the world. It just goes on for miles and miles and miles. And if you don't believe me, you're probably in disbelief. That's right. Over here on the left, you're going to see an African bull elephant. I can tell this is an African elephant because we're in Africa. Now, if you really, I can guarantee you'll never see another one ever again. And please ignore that exactly elephant-sized hole over there. Here you'll notice a sandstone rock formation. I like to point that out because so many people take it for granted. Out on the African belt, we have some zebras, some impalas, some giraffes, and they must be new. Oh, that cried a lion's kindly invited that zebra over for Christmas dinner. How sweet. I'm kidding, he's dead. He's tired. Dead tired. Let him rest in peace. You'll see absolutely nothing. But there's something you don't see every day. But I do. Every single day. Up ahead we have the majestic Schweitzer Ball, named after that famous North Pole explorer, Dr. Snowballs. But don't worry about that too much right now. We'll go over that later. All right, folks. We got a tight turn here. I'm going to need everyone to lead the line. Thank you. It contains up to 900 different types of tropical bacteria. So for your safety, please make sure you put that stick down. Make sure you just collapse that stick. Just for safety reasons, make sure that stick stays collapsed. Sorry, that's a safety hazard. It's not my decision, I swear. All right. The Jungle Aviation Supply Company is running some great deals this holiday season. Just the other day, we got half off on the plane. But we've had the Jungle as long as I have. You begin to smell smell danger, that is. Looks like we have some hippos over here. They're wiggling their ears to keep warm. They don't want to catch hypothermia. Now, they can be very dangerous, but don't worry. I know how to scare them away. I love you! Well, we're not limited by life anyway. Something tells me we're not out of wood check. Must be all these trees around us. Uh-oh, looks like those chimps have gone a little bananas and taken over one of our boats. Now, I bet they think they're going to get the last laugh. We'll just see about that. Now I get the last laugh. Oh, shoot. These two are catching some butterflies, and that's just adorable. But, you know, if you ask me, butterflies just aren't what they used to be. Caterpillars. Now, folks, it is time for the most exciting part of our journey. By far the highlight. Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers of all ages, it is time for the eighth wonder of the world, the one, the only, the backside of water! Once again, we're down the Mekong River in Cambodia. I don't know what's going on over here, but if I'm not mistaken, I think this might be the entrance to Santa's workshop. Alright, looks like I was mistaken. Now, this is starting to look kind of scary, so you better watch out, and you better not cry. Now, this is going to be painful. It's a root canal. Feel free to take all the pictures you want. They're all wearing their trunks today. Now, does anyone know how I know they're Indian elephants? We're in Cambodia. Please pay attention. Oh, those baby elephants want for Christmas is their two trunk teeth. Now, there are a couple of the heads that like to try to toward the boat. I'm going to see if we can sneak past them. Hold on. You know, when I said they shower us with gifts, that is not what I meant. Oh, everybody get down, I'm not kidding, I'm not kidding! I'm just kidding. There's a little drag here for you. A lot of people think it's water that comes out of their trunks, but it's not. Now, during this point in our journey, I like to point out some of my favorite plant life. And I like that green one. Okay, that's hibiscus. That's lobiscus. And seabiscus. Yeah. Over here we have our world famous Jingle Cruise gift shop. This is our gift shop. It is definitely not our lost and found where we take lost items and resell them for a profit, because that would be unethical. And does that look like an unethical mug to you? I don't think so. Now, as we come around this last corner, approaching the most dangerous and festive part of our journey, the return civilization. So as we come around, please make sure to remain seated with those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat at all times. And you be sure to supervise your children when the time does come to exit. If you're on this side, exit out that front door. If you're on the Jungle side over there, they're going to turn around, exit out that back door. Please don't cross those center crates at any time. You'll ruin Christmas. Now, today's Tip of the Jungle has been brought to you by Zebra Jerky, the every other white meat. Trader Sam's Cannibal Crunchies, the snack that smiles back to people. And of course, the Miracle Boat Engine Company put in just enough fuel and oil for one day and it miraculously lasts for week. That's a Hanukkah joke, everyone. You're welcome. I'd like to tell you some New Year's Eve jokes today, but I completely forgot. I really dropped the ball on that. Now, as we come around, would you folks like to hear a Christmas carol? Alright, here we go. Tim Marley was dead to begin with. Dead as a doornail. Well, folks, that's about all I remember that. I know you have good expectations, but it just confused the dickens out of me. Now, folks, we have a laugh together, cried together. We have very nearly died together. We've become really close, kind of like a family. So I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell my family every year on December 26th. Get out. I'm sorry, that was rude. What I meant was, please get out. Thank you very much, folks. Everyone stand up on the left. That'll help us balance out a bit. Everyone from the Jungle side, out the back door. Don't ruin Christmas by crossing those crates.